આપણો જે શિબિરનો ટોપિક છે એનો પણ જે ભાવના છે એ આ છે, ઈશાવાસ્યમ ઇદમ સર્વમ. દિનકર અંકલ રોજ સવારે જે દિનકર અંકલે જ આ ટોપિક સિલેક્ટ કર્યો હતો કે ગોડ એન્ડ ગુરુ આર ઓલવેઝ વિથ અસ. અને દિનકર અંકલ રોજ સવારે જે કાકાજીનું જે વાક્ય વાંચે કે તમે પૂજ્ય બાપાની હાજરી માનીને વર્તો છો, તેઓ અખંડ હાજર જ છે, ગયા જ નથી. હમણાં આપણે જે વાતો કરીએ છીએ તે તેઓ સાંભળે છે, તમને દેખાતું નથી પણ અમને દેખાય છે. સો ધીસ ઇઝ ધ વિઝન કે આપણા જે ગુણાતીત પુરુષો છે, આપણા ગુરુ છે, એમની પણ આ જ એક આવી વિઝન છે કે દરેક જગ્યાએ જ્યાં પણ હોય ત્યાં વાસુદેવમ સર્વમિતિ, કે પોતાના ગુરુનો જ ભાવ હોય, પોતાના ભગવાનનો જ ભાવ હોય. અને જેમ દિનકર અંકલે સમજાવ્યું એમાં ઈશાવાસ્યમ ઇદમ સર્વમ યત કિંચ જગત્યમ જગત તેન ત્યક્તેન ભુંજીતા માગ્રદ કશ્ય સ્વિદ્ધન, કે જે આપણું છે એટલું જ ભોગવો. અને એનાથી ઘણા બધા ફાયદા પણ થાય છે. અને એક ફાયદો એવું જ સમજાવે છે ઈશાવાસ્યમ ઇદમ સર્વમાં, આપણે ઉપનિષદમાં ઈશોપનિષદ કહેવાની, કે કોઈની નિંદા ના થાય. ન વિજુ ગુપ્સતે, કે કોઈની આપણે નિંદા ના કરીએ ને કોઈ આપણી નિંદા ના કરે. એવું એક ભાવ થાય, કારણ કે દરેકની પાસે જ આપણે ઈશ્વર જોઈએ છે, તો પછી વેર ધ કમ્પેરિઝન, કમ્પેરિઝન ક્યાંથી આવે? એટલે એવી એક આ ભાવના છે. ના આપણે कीर्तन स्वामी को हम प्रार्थना करते हैं कि वो हमको उनके ब्लेसिंग्स दे, कैसे हम इस भावना को जीवंत कर सके. स्वामी जी, आप प्लीज गिव अस सम ब्लेसिंग्स एंड वी विल अगेन सिंग हिज यज्ञ का महिमा बड़ा, कीर्तन यज्ञ करावे, हिमालय की गोद से आज विस्कांसिन पधारे, गीता के ज्ञान को जो हमको हरदम समझाए, ब्रह्म रूप होकर जिए काका जी के आशीष पाए. जय जय स्वामी नारायण, जय जय स्वामी नारायण. प्लीज कीर्तन स्वामी.
हरे कृष्ण. ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टां स्थापितां येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्. वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरौ श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपां सगजातान् सहगण रघुनाथान्वितां तां सजीवं सद्वैतां सवधूतां परिजनसहितां कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च. हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते, गोपेश गोपिकान्त श्रीराधाकान्त नमस्तुते. तप्त कंचन गौरांगी श्री राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुवृक्ष कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्. नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमा श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टुकी. यं स्यानुभावमखिलं श्रुतिसारमेकम् अध्यात्मदीपम् अतिथिर्शतं तमोन्धं संसारिणकरुणया पुराणगुह्यं तं व्याससूनुमुपयामि गुरुर्मुनीनां. मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुलं गायते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं. नमः ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते महाविष्णुस्वामिनिधि नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी भक्त गौरवाणी प्रचारिणी निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य दस्तारिणी जय श्री स्वामीनारायण हरे कृष्ण. Yesterday we were hearing our most respectful, worshipable Swamiji about karma. He explained every details of karma and how the devotees are free from its effect. Aprarabdha phalam papam kutam bijam phalonmukham kramenaiva praliyeta Vishnu bhakti ratatmanaha. This is the verse from Padma Puran. We heard about prarabdha karma, aprarabdha karma, sanchit karma. One who take the devotional service, one who follows the footsteps of previous acharyas, one who abides himself by the injunction of scriptures, Haribo, his desire to commit sinful activities, papa karma, is completely dried. When we fry some seeds in oil or in heat, that seed does not have any potency to grow. It's finished, life is gone. So, we do not incur any good or bad reaction of our karma. After we take devotional service in our life, after we accept spiritual master in our life, the very beginning, in the first step of our spiritual journey, start with some shraddha, faith. In this world, there are full of faithless people. They are completely deluded by illusory energy of God. Still they are governed by God, even if they do not believe in God. Either we respect, we follow, we abide ourselves by the injunction of scriptures and spiritual master. In this time also we are ruled and governed by God. And if we do not obey any injunction, scriptural injunction, that time also we will be governed by God. We can never be out of His control single second in our life. But the result, the result is different. If we are in God's side, we see everything. We always see His hand behind our success or failure. And we appreciate more and more, and we surrender more. But if we are not in His side, if something bad happens in our life, we start criticizing God, we blame God, we start thinking there is no God. If God is there, He would have helped me in my situation. And we praise God in negative way. Like Shishupal, he was 24 hours thinking of Krishna. But his thinking was not supporting him to appreciate. His thinking of Krishna was taking him away from Krishna. So that supreme absolute truth can be understood in three different phases as per the teachings of Srimad Bhagavatam. The self-realized soul, tattvavid, badanti tattvavidas tattvam yasgyatvam advayam, brahmeti paramatmeti bhagavan iti sabdate. The very first realization of Isha, the God, is a Brahma realization. The Brahmaganis, they see the presence of God everywhere in this cosmic manifestation. When God creates this universe, they think God expands Himself within the whole universe and He is all pervasive. So He does not have separate existence besides this universe. It means they think God has no form, no personality. He is finished by expanding Himself in this unlimited universes. The beginning nursery class of understanding of the absolute truth. In one sense, that is not wrong, but a very primary, very initial knowledge. Suppose if we teach water to a very beginners, like a small kids, Bernie, we give explanation according to his understanding. If we start talking about chemical properties of water, resources of water, utilities of water, and all the details, he cannot accept it because he doesn't have that understanding. We talk to him when we are thirsty, we drink water, it's good. That's enough. And that is not wrong explanation of water, but not complete. And when one is little advanced and really seeking after knowledge, really surrender to the Guru, if he has a burning desire to learn about the God, he is promoted to the second level. Paramatma realization of God. When God creates unlimited universes, he expands himself in different multifarious energies and he enters into every universe and he expands himself into the heart of all the living entities as a Paramatma. So the God is within ourselves in the form of super soul. Two birds are living together inside. One is you, ourself, the other is super soul, God. And he witnesses whatever we do in this life. As a Sakshi. Karmanam Daiva Netranam. He witness upon our act. Sat Asat Janma Yonisu. We get Sat Janma, Asat Janma, according to our activities we performed in our past life. And that is witnessed by the Supreme Lord. That law is not excusable. In material world, if we commit some crime, sometime we can be excused, forgiven, okay? Do not repeat again. But in this material world, the material nature is so strong, once you commit it, you must suffer or enjoy the result. So the yogis, the second class of spiritual students, they are always meditating the localized feature of Supreme Lord within their heart and enjoy all the time. And the postgraduate students of the absolute truth are the devotees, bhakta. Premanjana churito bhakti bilochanena santa sadaiva hridayeshu bilokayanti yam syama sundaram achintya gunasa rupam govindam adi purusham tamaham bhajami. Brahma, Lord Brahma writes praise in Brahma Samhita. One whose eyes is decorated with the tears of prem, ointment of prem. He continuously sees the Shyamasundar form of Lord within his heart all the time in any situation. So that prema, that attraction, that attachment comes simply by serving our spiritual master. So that is the power of spiritual master. They are very dear, very close associates of Supreme Lord. They bring the unlimited mercy from the Lord and distribute to the disciples. without considering what caste, creed of the disciples. So, whatever animate or inanimate in this world is owned and controlled by Supreme Lord. And each and every living entities, when they come in this world, their basic necessities is already separated. Their quota is already fixed, how much they enjoy, how much they need. So if we live in that harmony, we always remain peaceful. When we start encroaching others' property, then problems start. So in this world, people are involving in ugra karma. Ugra karma means very, very risk. Killing, fighting, big wars. Because they always want more and more for themselves. They never think for other. I-centered society, I and mine. So if we revive our lost culture that we had, like we were discussing today about beauty of Indian culture, we're sharing with everybody. When I came in America, I also faced the same. We have Govinda's restaurant in Tucson. Husband and wife come together for dinner, lunch sometime. They pay separately and then eat. If sometime husband pays for the wife and wife says, "Oh, thank you so much. You shouldn't have to pay for me." And I surprised to see such thing here. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Bahunam Janmanam Ante. Bahuna means many lifetimes. Gyanabanamam prapadyanti. Vasudevam sarvam iti samahatma sudurlabam. So to attain this position of Mahatma is not an easy job. It takes millions of lifetime. Sudurlabam. It's not only durlab. Durlab means rare. When su is added in durlab, it becomes rare of the rare. Really rare. So this the bhakti yoga, because Kali Yuga is really difficult to perform austerities, to perform tapasyas, to meditate, full of disturbances everywhere. To just meditate for 5 minutes is difficult. In Satya Yuga, if we see, people would have long lifespan. They would live thousands of years. They would go to under the water and meditate for 60,000, 50,000 like Savari Muni Rishis. And after that, they would fall down by certain incidents. So they would get liberated by doing such kind of severe austerities in Satya Yugas. So the way of self-realization would be something else. And in Treta Yuga, people would engage performing big fire sacrifices. There would be qualified brahmanas chanting Vedic mantras without any mistakes. They would have enough paraphernalia, and that was their way of liberation. The Yuga Dharma, the prescribed method of liberation in that age. In Dwapara Yuga, people would establish big temples and establish deities in the temple and perform deity worship. But in this age, none of those activities are possible because we are too much busy ourselves. If sometime we say, let's go to the temple, we say we don't have time. We are busy. Satsang is going on here, Bhakti Sangam. People thinking, oh, I have to work, I have no time to go. So in such a situation, how can we achieve the same result that people would get in Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga or Dwapar Yuga? Brihan Naradiya Upanishad says, Harir Nama, Harir Nama, Harir Nama Iva Kevalam. Kalo Nasteva, 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 Gatir Anyatha. Only the name of Lord. Only the holy name, only holy name, it can deliver us from this age of quarrel and hypocrisy. There is no other way. There is no other way. There is no other way. All the scriptures conclude in the same spirit of glorifying Supreme Lord by His name. So we always chant in our line, Hare Krishna Mahamantra. There is 3 words in this name, Hare Krishna and Rama. It's like a mantra. Manasa Trayate iti mantra. It delivers our mind from all kind of bondage and opens the door to realize the Brahma Sarup. Hare means the hara, internal potency of Lord. Krishna means all attractive. And Rama means full of bliss, pleasure. Or we chant Swami Narayan, same thing. Narayan means Lord of the Supreme Lord Himself. So each and every name of the Lord has full potencies of Lord in the name. Nam Namakari Bahuda Nija Sarva Shaktis. The name of the Lord and the Lord Himself are non-different. They are identical. Like if we say water, 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 and we do not drink the water, our thirst is not satisfied. We have to drink substance water because the name and water is different in material understanding. But in spiritual understanding, the name of Narayana and person Narayana are the same. So in order to understand this principle, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given us a beautiful verse. Trinadapi sunichena. Trina means a straw in the street. Sunichena means very lower. People walking on it, you know. Taror iva sahishtuna. Taror means the trees. We should be tolerant like a tree. Tree gets scorching heat, rain sometimes, storm, hailstone, snow, whatnot. Never complain, always tolerant. Amanina manadena. We should never seek respect for ourselves. Manadena means we should always give respect to others. In that state of mind, we can kirtaniya sadahari. Then we can only engage ourselves in chanting and dancing the glories of Lord all the time. So when we develop that mood that we are the lowest of all, our existence is possible due to the mercy of the Guru. Without Guru's kripa, we would be nowhere. We would be rotting in this material world. He picked us up from that garbage and made us like a clean gentleman or ladies. When we develop such humility within ourselves, we see God everywhere. When we drink water, Krishna says, I am the taste of water. Rasoham apsu kaunteya, prabhasmi sasya suryo. When you see beautiful Himalayas, mountain, you realize God. You say, wow, His presence everywhere. If you see beautiful flowers, you can see the artistic qualities of God in the flower. This is divine art to develop ourselves, to see God everywhere. Where is He not? One time, Birbal and Akbar were discussing. Akbar is the king, and Birbal is his very clever minister. He was asking to his minister, Dear Birbal, I would like to know who is the most powerful personalities in this world. They were always joking each other. And thinking for some time, he answered him that you are the most powerful in this world, to the Birbal, Akbar. He was not expecting himself to be the most powerful because he thought he would definitely talk about God. And Akbar asked him, why I am? Why not God? Maybe you are wrong this time. My dear king, this whole universe belong to God. There is no place in this whole cosmic manifestation which is not belong to God. But this nation is particularly owned by you. So if you want someone to exile from your country, you can do, but God cannot do. So you are the most powerful. So he was satisfied by his answer because there is God everywhere. Each and every atom, there is a presence of Lord. We should develop the eyes to see His presence. And how we can develop? Very simple method. There is no very hard and fast rule to understand this matter. Just to serve our spiritual master. Wherever we go, whatever we talk, the conclusion is the same. The spiritual master he has the key to open the door of that spiritual abode. That's why we say, Om Agyana Timiran Dasya Gyananjana Salakaya Chakshur An Militam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. I was born in the darkness of ignorance, And by the torchlight of knowledge, my spiritual master opened my heart with knowledge. So by his eye, chakshu, I can see now. Mukham karoti vachalam. The person who cannot speak can, a very nice orator. Pangulam gayate grim, a lame person can climb the mountain. Yat kripa tamaham bande Sri Gurum dinatarinam. By the mercy of Guru, this thing is possible. So it is always less to glorify our spiritual masters. The lotus feet of our spiritual master is the way by which we can attain divine service to the Lord. And when this understanding is established from the Shraddha, it begins from Shraddha. After Shraddha, the next level of understanding is Sadhu Sangha. When we have little faith, God immediately arranges someone to be present in front of us and develop our bhakti. Sadhu Sangha. Then what is the duty of sadhus or guru? He engages us in bhajana kriya. He does not demand to serve himself. He always desires, he always wants us to engage in the service of Lord. After we perform bhajana, after we do sadhana, then another progress takes place in our heart, that is anartha nivritti. We get rid of all kind of anarthas within our heart. We have so many doubt, so many problems, so many bad desires. Slowly goes away. After anarthas are destroyed, then we reach the level of nishtha. When you are in nishtha, you are already fixed in your understanding. Small wind, storm cannot break you down. After nishtha, we develop bhav, and then we get prema. So there is always a risk of falling down from even that elevated state. Like yesterday we were talking about Bharat Maharaj. He gave up all his royal engagement, kingdom, and then went to the bank of Gandaki. When he rescued a very, very small, beautiful deer, because its mother was died in fear of tiger. So he started taking care of the beautiful baby of deer. And when one day the baby deer left the ashram, Bharat Maharaj was too much absorbed in it and started looking around. He did not find, and in that thought, he passed his body. Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, whoever leaves their body thinking of anything, at the time of death, whatever we think, without a fail, we attain that stage of different bodies. So he became dear because of his advanced level of understanding by the mercy of Lord. He could remember that he was a Bharat Maharaj in his past life. In our case, we may not get that remembrance. Krishna says, In Bhagavad Gita, Sarvasya Chaham Hridhi Sannivishta Matta Smritir Jnanam Apohanam Cha. Sarvasya Chaham Hridhi Sannivishta. I am situated in the heart of every living entities. And from me, knowledge, remembrance and forgetfulness comes. Vedaischa sarvair aham eva vedyo. I am to be known in all the Vedas. Vedanta krit ved tadiveva aham. And I am the knower of all the Vedas. So, by the mercy of God, because of his elevated state, he was able to remember that he was a renounced king in his past life. Now he is encased in a deer's body. So within another life, he became a Jad Bharat. And knowingly he acted like Abadut. He did not care about this material world and people because he thought that it is risky. Yes. So he got liberation after third life. So we should be always careful because when the creeper of devotional life plant is develops, so many weeds also grows. Even if we do not nourish them, but they become stronger than our devotion. We see in our agriculture farm, we plant something, that planted plant is very weak, not growing so far. Even if we are feeding him so much, but the weeds we are not taking care, they become stronger and they get all the benefits. So there are 9 processes of taking care of our devotional creeper. That begins from Sravanam, hearing, Kirtanam, glorifying, Vishnu Smaram, remembering the Lord, Pada Sevanam, serving the spiritual master, Smaranam, remembering. So when we continuously engage ourselves in such activities, and that has to be done in the association of like-minded people. That is not possible today to do alone on your own because there are so many distracting elements around us. Very difficult to concentrate. Then Dibya Gyan, Hriday Prakashito, this divine knowledge will be manifested within our heart. We do not bring something and put inside and then become realized. When there is mercy of Guru and when there is constant practice, when there is a burning desire to know, then when God is pleased by our activities, then he is manifested within ourselves, then you see everywhere him. In Upanishad, there is another beautiful verse. Let me read from that. One word was recited by Parikshit Bhai before. Bijugupsate. This is the last verse of that word. Yastu sarvani bhutani atmanya evanu pasyati sarva bhuteshu chatmanam tato na bijugupsati. He who sees everything in relation to the Supreme Lord, who sees all living entities as his parts and parcels, and who sees the Supreme Lord within everything, never hates anything or any being. Brahmabhuta prasannatma na sochati na kankshati sama sarveshu bhuteshu mat bhaktim lavate param. Krishna also says that one who has attained the Brahmabhuta level He never hanker for anything, or he never desire for anything which is not supportive to your God consciousness. And such person can be always enjoys my devotion. Mad bhaktim lavate param. So we have given a special chance in this lifetime by the mercy of Guru, and we are really fortunate souls in this whole world, and we have now nothing to get more. And spiritual happiness is ever increasing. It has no limit. In material world, everything has limitation. We burn fast, we grow, we procreate, we again started dwindling, and we die. 6 major changes happens in every living entities, even small insect or human being. If we are very, very hungry, we get something, we think that I'll eat everything. But once we start eating, our hunger is slowly satisfied, and if we overeat, we vomit. The happiness in this world is like that. But in a spiritual world, there is no limit. You never reach the satisfactory level. So material people are licking the bottle of honey from outside. They have the lid is tightly closed, and they are thinking, this is the happiness we have. But spiritual people, they have opened the bottle and start eating the honey, the real substance. Tushyanticha ramanticha, always satisfied and always happy. Simply by discussing and glorifying the pastime, name, fame, form of the Lord in association of devotees. And whatever we are doing, we know that the center of our activities is God and spiritual master. So nothing can disturb us. We always see God everywhere. And we remain peaceful, blissful, happy. And when you have happiness, then you can give to others also. This way, the feeling of Sarvam Vasudevam Sarvamiti can be developed in our life. So thank you very much for your tolerance. Hare Krishna, Jai Swaminarayan.